Yeah, baby. So if you didn't watch our last video, I would recommend to go see that before you go see this video here. But basically what we're doing is we're changing the Lions into a powerhouse team. Yes, sir.
Hey everybody,
So here
it's
we go.
the coach. This is Matt.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there
We're in the
at
Eagles
Lincoln
Stadium.
Financial Field in Philadelphia,
The Eagles
PA.
are 1.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
And out comes our...
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. As you get a peek at a man who entered the league in 2012 as a third-round draft pick, Nick Foles.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Their offense so far with only 1 X-Factor player.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Holy crap, he's quick.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. 1 cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
There we go.
A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
These 2 teams
And
aren't
not only is the person
I don't
lugging the
know
ball
what
happy,
our record
of course,
is
because he got
in
it
the
into
league,
the
but
end zone.
so
How about
far,
the offensive
I
linemen
believe
and
if the
receivers who
Bears
are
did
blocking
not
for him? They
win,
have to feel great about themselves.
then we should
Sticking
be
it in the
ahead of
end
it.
zone on a running play.
So their
So here
quarterback.
come the Eagles under fourth-year head coach Doug Peterson.
He retired
by
this
their
year.
quarterback, the very,
It's
very
really sad.
talented
So far,
Andrew
he's
Luck.
had 2.
And Andrew Luck's
years.
skill
He's
set
got
is
5
absolutely
touchdowns. We are very much
fantastic. There's
behind
not
him.
anything that he can't do as a
quarterback.
quarterback on the field. But I also think
But
that he
he's about
absorbed a
to
little bit by
feel
osmosis. Some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
On 1st and 10, Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kerrigan.
Ryan Kerrigan. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
See their offense.
Quickly now, a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
Running back Jordan Howard is a very powerful runner, can run through tackles, run over defenders. His rookie year finished 2nd in the league in rushing. In 2017, was 6th overall. 2018 found a shift in philosophy. Didn't get the ball nearly as much, but he expects to return to form and be that crunching, punishing runner in 2019.
Now on 3rd down.
Now let's see who our punt returner is. Gotta make sure it's somebody good. Who'll be our punt returner? Jamal Agnew. Kick returner is Dion Lewis. Our boy, though,
that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it.
They know how dangerous he is.
That's pulled in at the 32.
No one can stop me. I'm all the way in.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
See what our quarterback here can do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Okay, their defense.
And the defense now for the Eagles.
Jaleel Adai's versatility is a big plus for him. He can match up against a tall receiver. He can match against the short, quick receivers. He can cover inside. He can cover outside. And as an added bonus, he tackles well, too.
Sorry.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Foles.
Oh my
And that'll be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line,
just gonna wait. I want to see how far back
we
can get.
And we'll break that one soon.
That's what we wanted.
And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. And that'll set them back 5. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hayden Cole. X3. 218. Chop. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Don't come out.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Offense.
Go ahead, accept that. Let's go.
So that'll back them up 5. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
That's what we wanted.
And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 2nd down pass play there,
and now
but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Locke. Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
Okay.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
But if it gets
missed
out
on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The numbers for Howard a week ago, 22 carries, 95 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week.
Rush coming, and he he's taken down.
He's a man that we signed back.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
There we go. 3rd and 13.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Here's Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Can their kicker muster
More problems
there?
here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Oh, shoot, I think I took it out. Oh, shoot.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
Let's go.
That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Exactly what we want this game to be like.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a
Not
few
a
past the 20
game
to the 23-yard
line.
line.
Gotta at least keep it good. Let that clock run. Let's go back to this.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
See if they go from this block on Kerrigan.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Luck. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
So far,
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's
not
another
really
first
trying
down.
to play conservative defense. I mean, we're not even trying.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Another throw on second
It'd be
down.
terrible
and this
if they
one
ended their
incomplete as
drive
well.
here.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off of play action. Luck. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
No way.
His first catch of the game. Good for 11
I could
and a
have went
first
for
down.
that sack, but I didn't want to.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What a connection
Jason
that
Witten, the
would've been.
intended target. And it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Okay. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They go play action here on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Boom. Ted Ginn. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions, oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
I like it. 25 is it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now Luck. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
When we have win on the side.
Mike 54. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Oakland.
And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one.
Sean
2 touchdown
Watson,
passes
Williams,
there
Golden
for Deshaun
Tate
Watson.
Going up against Juju Smith-Schuster.
We'll stay in the NFC North.
Oh,
we head over to
okay,
Green Bay to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Cincinnati Bengals.
That game's good. They got Josh
In the
Allen
game you're
now.
watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with the strong first half. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Now we got the win on our side.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12.
One wicked hit stick to Krupperl.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Deshaun Watson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be taken down, but
dang,
not before he gets into enemy territory.
Some ability.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lott. Brought in left side by Snead.
That's Willie Snead.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from,
4th and
and went to a
1.
secondary target for a really nice game. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
God.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A big run there by Freeman. 48 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the 50, it's long.
Oh my God.
Williams.
This Mary gave so
but not
much
before he
help.
takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We're far on defense. I can't find a good player for us except for number 56 for right now.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all
Nobody
the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
I mean, except for our guy that returned all the way for the touchdown. He
incomplete.
plays on defense, so that's going to be our
He's a
guy.
little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Lott. And that is incomplete.
That would have gotten it. For him.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
47
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
for the record.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record than that.
Not at all. 64 yards, end over end. And I think he's going to come up about a half a revolution short. And that could really have bounced either way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
So there we go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Love. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Here's Love, and Eifert has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I'm trying to get that field goal.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. On first down, they run with Howard.
To my face.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Throwing is Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Out of the gun. Block. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I felt so good. Nah, not really.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick,
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Not doing this now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Foles out to his left. Right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run with Howard. Oh, Howard in trouble, and he can't get away. He's taken down, and that'll be a safety.
I need my charger. But the bad thing is I can't find it. So... oh well.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
I don't know what that was. That was cute.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Foles. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back dropped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Here's Foles. This will be caught at about the 6.
Let's go.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he gets in.
Let's go.
Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body.
It's the for life. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
We're beating them by 35.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
11 yards there, 1st down. Now Love. Now they go screen, it's complete.
Yes.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck to the left side here for Eifert. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
I'm just doing it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
No.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
I would very much like to thank everybody here for watching my video. Once again, I am Falcon 101 Daddy. It would be great and make up my day if you wouldn't mind to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so you can be updated.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
He gets to upgrade a rating, and we're gonna upgrade his speed, and then he gets 2 because this is his very first one. So we're just gonna go with that. Let's see, what is he bad about? That breaking sack. Definitely doesn't needed that. No problem, no more. On special teams, though, we're definitely giving Justin Tucker an upgrade. He needs it very much. Came so close. Kicking accuracy, toughness. And what does he need? I think it's speed. No? Strength? Okay. So confused. Okay, you know what? I don't know. And finally, we get to do our defensive player. As you'll all think, yeah, it's gonna have to be him. Where is he at? I think it was Marquise Lee, our rookie out of Wake Forest. He gets his first 99 overall. We're going to upgrade that and his strength, and he will be perfect. Once again, like I said before, it's Falcon 101 Daddy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you like this channel. And until next time, peace out. Deuces.